Hey guys, it's Christa Watson here from Christa Quilts, and I'm so excited to tell you about my brand new fabric line with Benartex called Stitchy. It's all about bright, bold color and making beautiful things with fabric and thread while the day is still young and full of possibilities. So let's take a look. Stitchy is my 8th fabric collection with Benartex. Can you believe it? It includes 25 SKUs with 5 modern geometric prints in 5 rich colorways of fuchsia, orange, turquoise, olive, and gray. So let's look at all the individual prints first. This design is called Sunny Day, and it's my favorite print in the group. I just love being in my sewing room in the mornings when the light trickles in from a big window and I feel like I've got the whole day of sewing ahead of me. The next print is called Stitches, and it's actually based on one of my favorite free motion quilting designs that I call geometric chains from my book, 99 Machine Quilting Designs. You could stitch right on the lines of this print or have fun embellishing it. You could also use it as the lining of your quilt and quilt from the back side to create a fun edge-to-edge design on the front. Next is Crossweave, which is a super fun print to design. Can you believe this entire print is just simple dots and squares repeating over and over again? But it was really fun to recolor them to form secondary designs, much like a cross stitch or a pixelated quilt design. Threaded Lines is the darkest, most saturated print of the group, and of course this represents my love of thread for piecing and machine quilting. This all-over design is perfect for darker backgrounds on your quilt, and you don't have to worry about which way is up. Finally, Hashtags is the lightest print in the group, and it makes a great addition to your low-volume stash. This print represents my love of sharing my work online and on social media. Of course, I'd love to see what you create with these lovelies, so be sure to use the hashtag Stitchy Fabric when sharing your make. Now let's take a look at the prints grouped by color so you can really see the sparkle and depth of the whole collection. Here are the pinks. Don't they look yummy? I love the pops of red, white, burgundy, and turquoise all working together. Next are the oranges with splashes of yellow and just a hint of green to tie them to the rest of the collection. The greens are very dynamic, ranging from almost chartreuse to a darker olive with hints of turquoise and just a little bit of pink to tie it all together. Here's that lovely aqua and turquoise group. I know you're not supposed to have a favorite color, but I sure have a thing for these cool, refreshing blues. It's such a calm and soothing colorway with a few specks of orange to keep it warm and interesting. And finally, the grays shade from slightly off-white to nearly black. These will fit in nicely with the black and white prints from any of my previous collections too. Aren't those so scrumptious? You can grab all the images that I've shown you by sending me an email at krista@kristaquilts.com. Well, now I'm excited to tell you all about the patterns that you can make from Stitchy. The first one behind me is called Herringbone, and it's actually made with either die cutting or traditional rotary cutting. You can decide. And because this is a free pattern, you are welcome to use it for any purpose that you wish. You can share it as a freebie, you can teach a class, you can kit it out. It's my way of saying thank you for the quilting community who supports me so much. Like all of my quilt patterns, I actually include machine quilting suggestions and diagrams so you can actually finish your quilt. No more quilt is desired in my patterns. I want you to have success from start to finish. So here are some more of the patterns that you can make from Stitchy. Bling is actually one of my most popular patterns to date that I originally made from an earlier fabric line. I've now recolored it using Stitchy, and these recolored images are included in my quilt shop marketing kit, and the quilt is also available for a trunk show. Bling comes in several sizes with several layouts to choose from. The original pattern cover includes materials requirements for using all of just one background fabric. However, I'm also including a tip sheet that includes fabric requirements and cutting notes if you want to make it from scrappy backgrounds like I did. Then the throw size can be easily made from 20 fat quarters of the saturated Stitchy prints plus 1 yard each of the low volume backgrounds. Terrace Tiles is another hot selling pattern that's been out for a while. I've included another tip sheet which shows how to make the wider throw size seen here, and again this one is also available for a trunk show. You can make this version from one fat quarter bundle of all 25 prints, and that even includes the binding. It's super fun and fast to make and is such a great beginner quilt pattern. The original interlinked quilt was just a PDF-only pattern that I created specifically to show off neutrals from several of my earliest fabric collections. Well, now that that's been so successful, I'm excited to say that I've expanded the original pattern and I've now reprinted it to include 3 sizes: the original neutral colored throw size, plus 2 colorful size options in double and king sizes. Sparkling Stars is also another remake of an earlier pattern that I've completely rewritten to showcase these sparkling stitchy prints. And the pattern itself includes 3 sizes in the newer version, but the blocks get bigger or smaller depending on how big you make your quilt. Churn Dash Slide is a brand new pattern featuring Stitchy, and it's based on a traditional quilt block called the Churn Dash, but reimagined in a little bit of a modern way. The pattern includes 2 sizes, a long twin size or a queen size made from fat quarters of the colorful prints and yardage of the gray and white backgrounds. Well, I sure hope you've enjoyed seeing my beautiful stitchy fabrics. The bright, saturated colors tickle my fancy, and I hope they'll bring some joy and sparkle into your life too. Be sure to reach out to me anytime if I can help you in any way. You can find out my teaching schedule, my traveling trunk shows, or anything I can do as we get Stitchy into the hands of your customers. They're gonna love it, I know it. Until next time, happy quilting.